Welcome to Trello Tip Thursday. I am Mariah and my business is Bloom Hustle Grow, where I help service-based entrepreneurs get their business operations organized and optimized to make the hustle happier, and we do that through establishing systems and processes. So today I wanted to share with you my strategic planning board within Trello. So I established this board because I was tired of planners that didn't really fit my business. They didn't have all the things that I wanted to review or track and look at when I am planning for the next year of my business. So I developed this board to be that planner. The awesome thing about this board is that you can customize it to however you want to plan for your business. Whatever things you want to reflect on and evaluate, you can put into this board. You can put in questions that resonate with you and help you think big picture for your business. I'm going to switch over to the Trello strategic planning board and give you a short walkthrough. This is my strategic planning board, so I use this to reset and plan for my business at the end of each year. This board allows me to take a deeper look at all the aspects of my business, and it helps me plan for the year ahead. Essentially, what I want to do when I'm strategic planning is look at what's working and what's not working and build my next year strategy based on those observations. Sometimes they're feelings, but mostly observations like evaluations, analytics, those kinds of things that you want to look at when you're strategic planning for your business. So I have this year will be, this particular list is really just about kind of like, how do I want to fill in my business? How do I want to fill in my life? What things do I feel like are currently keeping my attention? What things drain me? Just the kind of that overall check-in of like, how do you feel about your business and life right now? And of course, the whole point of this board is that you can customize it to how you want to plan for your year, what you want to reflect on. So it's really important that you see this as a canvas that you can work from. And this particular board is available in my course, Manage Your Business with Trello. And it's one of 5 board templates that you get there. And I do a thorough walkthrough with you of how you might customize it and how you can use it for your business within that course. So this is just a short overview of what is in this particular board. Most of the cards within this board have checklists to help you reflect on that particular category within your business. So let's just open the social media one. And down here under the checklist are the questions that you might want to use to help you evaluate your social media strategy. I write up here kind of what I want my strategy to be for each of the channels moving forward. And then that information is translated to my content strategy board and what the frequency is that I'm posting, what kind of content that I'm creating. All that information goes over to that content strategy board. So I'm ready for the next year. Each of these evaluates those different channels that you're probably using to market your business. And again, if you don't use a particular channel or content strategy, you can just delete the card. I have squad goals over here. So this is all about networking. I have projects listed out that I probably want to work on in the next year. And this is just a place for me to brainstorm, learning. So any development that I want to do in the coming year, as well as maybe I bought courses that I didn't do. So I might want to document that here and think about how am I going to fit that into my schedule in the coming year, or do they even fit into the strategy that I want to pursue? This is just a place for me to think about, what skills do I need to develop and where do I want to focus? And then of course offers, so this is where I evaluate what I'm offering as well as reflect on the money I made, what offers brought in the most money, those kinds of things. I have a separate one for clients because I find with service-based entrepreneurs that you really want to take a step back and reflect on who you're serving. A lot of times it can totally shift within a year, and I don't think sometimes that we consciously think about how has the clients that I want to serve shifted, and does my marketing need to change with that? Does my messaging need to change with that? What clients were really good fits for me in the last year and what clients were not good fits? How am I going to capitalize on those clients that were good fits, find more of those, and how am I going to avoid those clients that were not good fits in the past year? So that's a place to reflect on that. And then I have the quarter card, so this helps me just think about roughly plan out, okay, I have these projects or I have these learning things I want to do. When will I focus on those in the particular quarters? I also take my offers and figure out which offers I want to focus on in particular quarters, because it's really hard to market if you're a multiple product service-based business. Like if you have digital products, maybe you have one-on-one services, if you have different things that you're offering to your audience, you really don't want to like one day, talk about your one-on-one service and the next day your course necessarily. I find it easiest to market where I'm focusing on one particular service or one particular course within a quarter or a month. So I kind of plot that out here on these cards. And then I really dive into my schedule. So how is my day-to-day in my life and in my business? Because I do feel like, if you're always tired, like how you structure your life really impacts your business as an entrepreneur. This is where I dive into some of those routines and some of those things like, are they supporting me to be my best self? Or do I need to make some changes in my day-to-day routines and habits and just how I structure, how I work? We have a project list here. I also have one here that acts as a parking lot. So this is if I get any ideas throughout the year and I'm like, oh, you know what? I would actually like to, maybe pursue that in the next year. So this just acts as a parking lot. And then same with offer ideas, just as a parking lot, you could add as many lists as you want. If you have a lot of ideas, you may even have so many ideas you need a whole separate board for that, and that would be totally cool. This just is an overview of what has happened in my business in a current year, and then what do I want to take over to my next year in terms of my strategy and my day-to-day business operations. And again, if you are interested in snagging this template plus 4 other templates, you can find that and manage your business with Trello, and includes the strategic planning board, the 90-day planning board, the CRM board, the course board, and the business dashboard. You can find the link for that below.